Hi guys, welcome back to Frick and Jeep. Can't talk today. Anyhow, I'm going to do something that I don't think you've probably seen in any other channel but mine. If you have, leave a comment below. Only a nut like me would load logs backwards. Well, don't do this. Let's load your log deck and then decide you want another log sawed. I need a 16-inch wide board for something that I think I'm making and probably never make, and I don't need it for a week, and the wood's going to be green and all that kind of stuff, and I would cut it out of that sticky wood, but I don't want sticky. I'm tired of, not that I'm tired of, well, yeah, I am kind of tired of a little sticky, but that's down here, that's poplar. So I'm going to be loading this. What I'm going to do is throw them over that way. Now, I used to do this all the time. Jeffrey used to, oh man, he'd shake his head every time he knew I did that. So he's probably down there shaking his head, and I'm sure a lot of you other people are shaking your head too. And I used to have, over here, I used to have a thing that set over the track and held that thing out. Those are just sitting on logs there, so they might fall off. This might just be a catastrophe, but doesn't matter. I'm going to get it on there, and then I'm gonna, it's a nice day today. I'm gonna saw. It's supposed to rain, I think, tonight and tomorrow. I don't know. I can't keep track of the weather. Anyhow, don't try this at home. This is backwards. Really serious backwards. And it is warming up. It's a pretty good sized log. It's about this big around. Let's see what we can get. I should be able to get the boards I want out of it though. See if we can't drop it up on there, and hopefully it won't roll back and drop off. Too bad. It didn't go better than I expected, but it kind of would as I wanted planned. How's that sound? Unconventional way of loading a log. And now I guess I'll bring it back, and I'm gonna start up this thing. As nice as day it is, I'd like to get a few pieces off, and if I can get them in the greenhouse. Today is Monday. They should be dry by Friday in my illustrious brain. That's a pretty fast drying, just, I don't know, whatever. We'll have to see. So I'm going to start the sawmill, bring the carriage back, and let you guys see me load this. It's a little off center, so it might be a little hokey. We'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, guys, here we are. This should be the fasten. It's 22 by 24, so it's going to womp a little bit. This should be the fast in, so it might roll off and not make it onto the carriage. I don't know. I might not have it opened up enough. I guess I'll bring it back here so you can see the crash from a long way off. I can't. I'm trying to see what you're seeing. There you go. Let's see how it'll do. I might have to roll it back off and move the carriage a little bit. Or if I get it down close enough, might see where the carriage is at. I took the poison ivy off of it. Poison ivy and I don't get along. Little cant hook, so that's pretty good. She's bounced right now. It looks pretty good. Look at that. That was reasonable. Now it's happy. Oh my goodness. Did I get lucky? Nah, that would never happen, would it? I like the way that went on. And it's basically a happy log. I don't care where I cut it. It looks, there's poison ivy there, poison ivy here. Let's see if I can't see where it's at. Long way. That'll keep it from rolling. It kind of curves in here a little bit. but down that way it's pretty daggone straight. And it's against all the head blocks back that way, so, you know, I'm gonna call it a wiener. Maybe I should give it one click. What do you think? One click? Just for, the easiest way to do that is just roll it back and then you don't have to fight it. I'll give it 2 clicks. That's about a ½ inch. That's probably good enough. Now let's see what it does. A little bit too far there. See, I moved it just a hair, so that's got a fat spot right about here. I like that. I'm going to knock some of this mud off. I think this is where those volts and things were eating that stuff. Look at this. I just sharpened the teeth. I did not run the metal detector on. There's poison ivy right there. Poison ivy and I don't get along, but I'm hoping it's pretty dry. It's made it through the winter. Anyhow, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to knock a little bit of the mud off. And right now I don't know where I'm at in the movies. I just finished taking that elevator conveyor up to the front. I'm gonna go mow some grass, take a break. This grass needs a little touching up. I gotta take that back down. Of course, then I'll have to bring it back up. I don't know. Anyhow, pleased with the way that went on. I did not metal detect this because this is a higher cut up out of a tree. And the reason you can kind of, or the reason I'm kind of saying that's what it is, which if you watch a lot of log guys, they'll cut a notch out or either side and then cut it in and just kind of push it off. And I don't really, I guess this is the push off. Look at the mud. Plus I just didn't feel like getting it out. Every now and then you got to take a chance. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Sawing a little poplar. Well, it didn't take me long to screw that up. I took a double set on it. Oh well, you saw how I fixed that on another show. I'm gonna try to lay it down. I'll show you for one. Well, I'll put you up at the cheap seat. I'm not really sure what I want. I want a 16-inch wide board. That's what I'm looking to get out of this. It might be too much glare for you here. Pretty glary. So, that's some 16-inch boards, and I just grabbed this and I mowed the grass and talked to somebody about getting this, and I did a few other things. Look at that. It's kind of a weird mark in that. Oh, it's got a saw mark in it. It's got a crap. It might not be any good. I didn't notice that. Have to see that. Anyhow, I don't know whether you want to see me turn this thing down or not. It's a heavy poopler. So I'll leave you here. I kind of bewildered. I'm not going to show you all the turn downs. We'll show you one. And this will probably be the most awkward. And then I'm going to try to put it back to where it's not a happy log. And then because of that saw cut in it, I'm not sure what I'll get out of it. So it's just kind of, oh man, why didn't I undo that dog while I was over there? Bill, you're slipping. You must not be here tonight. I did a double set and forgot the dog. Been a long day. Been doing a lot of stuff and didn't get started till close to midnight this morning. Come on. Sometimes these things really bite in good. That one was bit in pretty good. Beautiful day. They're calling for a whole lot of rain tonight. So I got to clean up. I moved the conveyor up. I don't know whether that'll be on this video or not. Might be. Don't know what I'm doing, but I know I got a saw. I guess I'll pull the edge thing in. I'll get the bigger cant hook. Guess I'm turning it down. I should try turning it over the other way. Maybe I'll try turning it that way. I don't know which way it's I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn it and bring you guys back. I'm just kind of, I had turned down in my mind, but they're a lot easier to cut when you cut them the other way. I'm going to try rolling it, and if it rolls easy, I'm going to roll it. I don't know whether it's going to roll or not, because it just cuts a lot easier, 180, and then flop it down and boom, 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 boom. So I'll be back when I'm ready for my next cut. I turned it down. Can you tell? back in a minute or two. Got to turn it down one more time, then I got something I know what I'm working with. We'll be back in a little bit. Well, I thought you guys would like to see a turn down. Once the big logs get balanced out, then they're not too bad, so I don't think this will go too bad. To take one slice off of that and then have to think about it a little bit. Then I got a bunch of slab wood I got to cut up anyway, so that'll just give me more thinking. So we're going to take one chomp. That's got me a 17 inch. I need some 17 inch boards. That's what I'm looking at. So now I can get some 17s without hard in them. Of course, I only need, I forget what my palm pilots faded away. I don't know, you can't see that. So I think it was 15, I don't know. I gotta go do some measurement. I gotta go get my little saw because I left it up at the house, clean up, get a new battery for the camera, and then I'll be back in a little bit. Bye-bye now. Well, I made it back, got the mess up down there, cleaned up. I've put a couple things away because, like I said, they're calling for a lot of heavy rain. We're basically 17 inches by 17 inches, give or take 17 inches. What I think I'm going to do, because I want some thinner boards, I might pull to the numbers as opposed to the pin. That just means I'm going off the gauge. But what I did notice, I didn't check, I got a big piece of bark in here. So the front edge is all right to it. You know, looking at it, see, if I cut it this way, as all I'm looking for, I forgot what I measured. And so I might just take a couple thin boards off, let that go, and then clean it up. If I take that out, theoretically the board should go like that a little bit. I don't think it will. I'll get back with you and let you know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pull it out and see where it's going to go, because I have more face to clean up on this side. I have more ugly face on this side than I do this side from what I see. See, that's pretty clean. So if I want to do a cleanup, I'd rather do it on the dirtiest side. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll bring you back in I don't know, it might only take me 2 or 3 hours. So we'll be right back. Hi guys, did I ever tell you how handy that thing is? Oh yeah, I think I did in a couple other videos. Well, I gotta go use it. I might have to flip it upside down, I'm not sure. Probably be best to, but might not, I don't know. I'm back here trying to wake up. And can you see all the bumblebee bees? I'm gonna have to go get some of that, what do we call it? Creosote out of that I was saving all year long, and spray on this end and see if they go from this end down to that end instead. I can't believe all them things. They're just, there's a hole there, there's a hole, and they're drilling into, that's poplar, which is generally a pretty hard wood. They've got it, this is over years though. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4? Look at all the holes there. So we're gonna get some of that and spray it down a little bit. I don't know how far back in they go. There's a great big mud dauber's. Look at the size of that mud dauber's nest. That thing's over a foot long or a foot wide. So we're gonna, there's another one there. So we're gonna spray a little bit if I can get it without getting it all over the Jeep. So we'll be back in a little bit. Just some kind of stuff we're getting onto. Look at that, #1 Sawmill. And there's all those damn pesky wasps. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. I got to go up and get the tripod so I can show you what I'm going to do with that. We'll see you. Bye. Well, here we got. I flipped this upside down because then it makes it lower, and that's pretty low. It's on a block, but I guess it's sunk down. Here we are moving this 60-foot elevator, hopefully, to the upper part of the yard. Couldn't have done it yesterday. It was a nice day because the wife had a party going on, or a get-together, a tea, that's what she called it, with about 15 ladies, and for some reason she didn't want this showpiece in the front yard. I can't understand that. What's wrong with her? Anyhow, what I'm going to do is try to pick this up and head on up the road. A gentleman's supposed to come look at it, and he wants to see what it's going to take to break it down and put it on a flatbed. It's probably not that hard, just kind of time consuming. So we'll have to, he's coming up to assess it. He might change his mind on it, and in that case, this thing hasn't been moved in 3 years. While it's up there, I'm going to get the mower and mow the grass. So let's see if I can't pick this thing up and then head on up the road. did that here. Well, that wasn't too bad. I actually got it after the second or third try. Carry a putty knife in the truck. I'm gonna leave that down. Well, I need it up at the top when I drop it. Let me see if I can find my putty knife. Well, we'll take you along. What the heck? Every time you pick a board up, it's got a ton of dirt on it. Sometimes I got putty knives that are right here. That's a regular knife. I guess I got all my putty knives out right now. I go up to Carlisle, and if I can find a putty knife for $1, I buy it, because I leave them everywhere. I'm kind of a mess in that aspect. And many others. Big hole in there too. That seems pretty solid. Solid enough for me. All right, we're gonna be on a roll. I'm gonna leave you here. Oh, I'm gonna run over you there if I leave you there, and then I'll come back and get you. But we ain't gonna take you the whole way. A little bit of bounce here. Where the wheels were is a lot of mud. So I'm gonna take you guys, you could probably almost see that. I'll take you off this and take you up there and see if we can't do it one-handed. World's worst driver, remember that. Bye-bye. You know, I just hooked this thing up down there and the dummy didn't even turn the camera on. So one of these days I'll learn. I doubt it. Gotta pay to be stupid. I think I said something like, you've probably never seen this here before. I'm not used to pushing trailers into places. I put it down there with a tractor. This is some serious paint drying here. You can't tell, the grass here is about 7 inches high. You can kind of see the wheel marks in it. Pretty exciting, isn't it? get it up on level ground where we can get other equipment up on it. I went to start the orchard thing, figured maybe get up and do some bolts with the orchard thing. Damn squirrels ate the line, gas line on it. So I have to fix that today, I guess. About 1,000 pounds on tongue weight. I think I measured it in a past video. We'll put it right up the top so it really looks good. And if he doesn't get it, after I mow the grass, we'll take it right back down there and put it in place. How's this? I think that'll be just fine. Now here's where the problem is. I gotta get out, get in, got out, get in, and got out and get in, because I gotta put that block into it. So I'll bring you back in a minute or two.